Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Smoking Designated Areas Bill 2023 was passed in the National Assembly on Tuesday, June 20th. The Smoking Designated Areas Bill 2023 designates certain specified public places as smoking areas to prohibit smoking outside of a designated area in public places, to provide for better protection from exposure to certain types of smoke, and for related or incidental matters. Mover of the bill, Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, told the National Assembly it is imperative that the government seeks to create a situation where both those who smoke and those who don't smoke can exist in harmony. He said he believes now is the best scenario for the country, as it would allow for those who partake in the practice to exercise their rights without exposing non-smokers to any health risks, particularly those with pre-existing health issues. The Smoking Designated Areas Bill 2023 also allows for any person, partnership, director of a company or lawful entity to apply to the Chief Medical Officer for a license declaring a designated smoking area. The Dr. Laudette Mills Charitable Fund, in collaboration with the Nevis Association of South Florida, has donated $41,400 to the school meals program on Nevis. The donation was made on Tuesday, June 20th, during a ceremony at the Nevis Disaster Management Department's conference room. Carlisle Powell, representative of the Dr. Laudette Mills Rollins Charitable Fund, shared the foundation's well wishes for the Ministry of Education and the people of Nevis.
A quick summary of the contribution shows that the fund contributes for 9 schools, 7 primary and 2 secondary, for a total of 46 students. That is multiplied by 900 per student, which gives us a total of easy $41,400. And this is coverage for the school year 2022-23. Dr. Laudette Mills is proud to support education and youth causes, such as the Schools Meals Assistance Program and the annual primary and secondary school spelling competition. Dr. Mills wishes continued success to the Department of Education, the schools, and especially the students who are benefiting from the grand gestures by Dr. Laudette Mills and Dr. Laudette Mills Charitable Fund. Her only other wish is that other Nevisians who have the means would join in support of causes in Nevis.
On behalf of the Ministry of Education, Principal Education Officer Zanella Claxton thanked the donors for their continued contributions to the island's youth.
$41,400 is no small amount. And so we commend, we applaud the Dr. Laudette Mills Charitable Fund. We applaud the continued contribution of the Nevis Association of South Florida. And we want to place on record our sincerest appreciation. We know that sometimes people migrate and they may not look back, although we would want them to. And Mr. Powell sent out a plea on behalf of Dr. Laudette Mills to persons out there who, in our diaspora, who can potentially contribute. But Dr. Laudette Mills, as well as the members of the Nevis Association of South Florida, have continued to demonstrate their commitment to Nevis, and that Nevis is a part of who they are. And of course, acknowledging the contribution that Nevis made in shaping them and shaping their lives.
Principal of the Joyce and Lyman Primary School, Akila Brandt, expressed appreciation on behalf of the various public schools, which were each presented with a check. The program was chaired by Terence Warner, Documentation and Communications Officer at the Department of Education. Nevisian Lauren Brown was among 19 citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis who were recognized for their sterling contribution to nation building during the investiture ceremony on Tuesday, June 20th, 2023 at Government House in St. Kitts. The Companion of the Star of Merit, awarded for long and meritorious service or for loyal and devoted service to the nation, was presented to Mrs. Lauren Brown of Camps Village.
Miss Lauren Agatha Brown, who is also known as Teacher Lauren or Teacher Lo, began her teaching journey at the Combermere All-Age School, Nevis, at the tender age of 15. She was guided by the principle that every child can learn something. Pride exudes from her when she said to her that her greatest joy came from teaching the slow children and to subsequently watch them blossom. Teacher Lauren's career spanned 40 years. One that started at the Combermere All-Age School and ended at the Combermere All-Age School. Teacher Lauren or Teacher Lo will be remembered by her colleagues and students for her jovial nature, her keen sense of humor, and her vibrancy. Ladies and gentlemen, today we proudly salute Miss Lauren Agatha Brown with the Companion of the Star of Merit in the sphere of education.
Also awarded the Companion of the Star of Merit were Eileen Gray for her contribution to education, culture and sports, Dennis Richards for education, arts and culture, Dr. Lincoln Carty, Violet Jones Monlade, and Wayland Vaughan for their contribution to education, Sylvester Charles for education, music, sports, and volunteerism, Maxwell Bass Sr. for music and security services, as well as Nathan Esdale and Elsie Mills for their contribution to education and religion. Shirley Kelly was awarded for her contribution to nursing education, Pastor Lincoln Connor for nation building and youth development, Clement Judy Liebert for broadcasting, and Lorna Ava Henry for culture and the arts. The late Lloyd Lazar and Kenrick Georges were awarded posthumously for their contributions to education and sports and arts and music respectively. Meanwhile, the Medal of Honor given to nationals for their outstanding and meritorious service to the nation was awarded to Mabel Morton for community service and entrepreneurship, Clyde Richardson for music and the arts, and James Frederick for performing arts and culture. Still to come.
The water taxi will be policed as well, so you can feel assured that the security measures that we will be putting in place, this festival in itself will be safe and the Nevisian public.
The details after this break.
49 years of mass and free, Culturama 2023 years of mass and free, Culturama 2023. From Wetfest to Foodfield, from Queen Show to Juve, Culturama 49, so you must be here.
From July 27th to August 8th, join us in Nevis for the Caribbean's greatest summer line, Culturama 49.
49 years of mass and free, Culturama 20, 49 years of mass and free, Culturama 20, 49 years of mass and free, Culturama 20, 49 years of mass and free, Culturama 2023 years of mass, 49 years of mass.
Welcome back. Culturama 49 is scheduled to take place from Thursday, July 27th to Tuesday, August 8th, 2023. Inspector James Stephen of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force spoke to the safety of the festival dubbed the Caribbean's Greatest Summer Lime during the official media launch on Friday, June 16th, 2023.
This year we are presently in the stage of putting our security plans together to police Culturama and by extension the Nevisian public, and we will do so with the assistance of our sister partner, the St. Kitts Nevis Defence Force. We will be robust in our undertaking. We'll be in the process, don't be upset if you stop on a regular basis, because our VCPs will be on the road. We'll be on the road with our VCPs, patrols, because we don't want, when patrons go to the shows, they return home to find that their homes ransacked. So that in itself, it's something that we're also looking at. We know that a number of persons will come over from St. Kitts, so the water taxi will be policed as well, so you can feel assured that the security measures that we will be putting in place, this festival in itself will be safe and the Nevisian public.
The slogan for this year's festival is 49 Years of Mass and Spree Culturama 2023. St. Kitts and Nevis has taken a decision to join with fellow Caribbean countries to observe July 4th as a national holiday to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the establishment of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, one of the decisions emanating from the 44th regular meeting of the CARICOM heads of government in the Bahamas in February of this year was the declaration of July 4th, 2023, a national holiday in all member states. The community will celebrate its Golden Jubilee under the theme 50 Years Strong, a solid foundation to build on. An official message from the Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, will be broadcast on CARICOM Day, July 4th, 2023, via traditional and social media platforms to shed light on the myriad of accomplishments of our flagship regional integration organization. All citizens and residents of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis are invited to reflect on the legacy of CARICOM and its contribution to national and regional development. CARICOM came into existence with the signing of the Treaty of Chaguaramas on July 4th, 1973. The founding fathers who signed the treaty on that date were Prime Ministers Errol Barrow of Barbados, Forbes Burnham of Guyana, Michael Manley of Jamaica, and Eric Williams of Trinidad and Tobago. The 50th anniversary celebrations will be held in Trinidad and Tobago, the birthplace of CARICOM, on July 3rd and 4th, where the 45th meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government will be held. Other commemorative activities include digital exhibitions, cultural performances, and 5K and 10K road races. And that's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.